Welcome to the GoingOB Golf Podcast.
I think that's going to be a bit better. And can you hear me good? Okay.
Yep, perfect.
Fan-dabby-tastic. I am just...
Get all your jobs done.
Oh, do you know what? It's been one of those days, actually.
All right.
I've just I've sold some bits on Vinted.
All right.
Worked this morning in the clinic. By the way, I've got literally this is fresh out of the gym, shower, the lot. No makeup, no nothing. I'm really sorry. This is not a glamorous. You wouldn't get Charlie Hull coming onto a podcast looking this rough.
Are you sure you wouldn't? Right, okay. I didn't even do my makeup for this one. I was like, well, I'll do my makeup. No, I won't bother. So I shaved my head and got my wee goatee and my glasses. I'm like Woody Harrelson in Natural Born Killers.
I might have my goatee as well.
You can see it.
Yeah.
these 4K cameras nowadays, they show everything.
I know, right? I know.
So how have you been?
No, perfect. Do you know, I've been actually really good. Do you know, I haven't spoken for so long, actually. I had a bit of a work incident where a bit of skin flicked up into my eye while I was working, and it actually entered and went round the back of my eye and caused this huge infection, which at first, I know, I nearly lost my sight in my left eye. I was on antibiotics for a whole month during the summer holidays. It was awful, and I basically got really down about it. I couldn't use certain products again. Wasn't allowed to have any face cream on. Wasn't obviously allowed to wear mascara. I was having to put drops in my eyes the whole time. I had to go back to the hospital every 8 days to have my eyesight checked, and it really dragged me down. And I know it sounds absolutely pathetic, and it does to a degree when you think about what other people go through. But I managed to put on like 1.5 stone.
All right. I
think just eating nuts and drinking beer while like the summer holiday, not really being able to do much. So now I feel really good.
Good.
I've been working out. I've been going to the physio. I've been doing my exercises. It's been really good. No complaints.
Good stuff.
How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Can't complain. Lost a bit of weight. People keep telling me I look severely thin now. I'm down to like under 70 kilos. But that was just, I'm not intentionally trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to stop eating crap, which I'm sure we spoke about that when we chatted before. But I just think in the last wee while, I've tried to make more of a conscious effort to cut it out. But I'm probably now not eating enough calories to sustain my 42-year-old body. So I'm potentially going to have to look at trying to eat a bit more. But we've spoken about this before. It's this yo-yoing thing. And with me having this diabetes, are like, watch what you're eating. So I do try to watch what I'm eating, but I completely avoid stuff. But then that has the opposite effect and whatever else. But
it's a really tricky one, isn't it? Because you hit something really hard and you feel like you're absolutely nailing it, and now you've got people saying you look too thin. And actually, I think that you're probably like perfect, and that we're just so used to seeing overweight people.
Yeah.
You know, we're so used to seeing overweight people that now when we see someone that is actually where they should be, we're like, oh my God, they're so thin. Like, ugh.
Well, this is the first time, obviously you put that BMI calendar in, or calculator thing in, and it's the first time that I've been not shown as obese, which I don't trust BMI anyway, right? Because I know it's a calculation of your things in that. But whenever you put it in, it always comes up showing like severely overweight or obese or something, and I'm like, I'm only like 78
I'm
kilos.
morbidly.
Yeah, morbidly. Yeah.
I'm morbidly obese. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Yep.
Christ. I'm like, shit, I need to do something. I've seriously got some like body dysmorphia. I don't think I look morbidly obese.
Yeah. No, it's the scales lie. You should never trust the scales. You just go with if you feel fit and healthy, then you're fit and healthy. But it's just in the last wee while, people have just been like, my God, you've lost like a ton of weight. You look so skinny. And I'm like, thanks. I'm not trying to purposely lose weight. It's just a bit of a lifestyle change. So aye,
Yeah.
we're getting there. And other than that, nothing overly exciting. Family's good. The wee one's still dancing
Good.
loads. Oscar's back playing football again. So I'm up and
Nice.
down to his new team's about half an hour away. So we're back and forward there twice a
Oh,
week for
right.
training and things. But
Yeah.
we're getting there. Had big plans this winter to work on my golf, and as usual, the winter got away from me, and I didn't. However, I have been doing some putting in the house. Got myself a wee mat and got my putting edge devices that I got from the guys there. So I have been working on things. So I don't feel like I'm
Yeah.
going in completely cold when the season starts. But it's just we've spoke about this before. Like I am not a range rat. Like see going to the driving range and just hitting balls. It's wasted on me. I would rather be playing or out the back garden just
Yeah.
chipping towards the holes and stuff like that. So I think I've tightened up my short game a wee bit over the winter.
Nice.
My putting I'm hoping is getting there, but the proof of the pudding will be when we get back on proper greens and see how it goes from there. So
Yeah.
aye, I'm getting
I
there.
mean, I think my biggest change, probably in my mentality from October. So I hurt my left shoulder, the tendon coming across here, and then the other one coming across. It wasn't a full tear or anything. It was just, well, it was classed as a tear, but it did, I could still function. I could still move my arm, but I could just, on my backswing, as I came across, it pinched here. And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, I've just slept funny. This is what it is. And then I was like, this is now like pinching every single shot. And now I can't lay on my left side when I go to sleep. So I went and had it ultrasound, everything. Yeah, I've torn. By the way, I think this is just my age. I slept funny and I've torn a muscle on my shoulder. It's like, how pathetic is that? And so I ended up getting some physio. I found this, I got recommended this lady. I went there and I've had physio, and it was so strange, right? I got completely body shamed, which was fine because I'm fine with that, actually. Not fine with it, but it doesn't worry me. She was a little Indian girl and she was absolutely lovely. And she was like, oh, can you go down to your bra top? And I was like, yeah, sure, like, not a problem. Anyway, she was looking at my shoulder blades and she went, oh, and she touched my back and she went, oh, you're carrying a bit of extra fat here. Oh. I was like, oh, that's made me really sad. And I went straight home and I said to John, oh my God, John, look at my back. I was like, have I got one of those old lady backs? And he went, oh, Dan, you've always had such a good back. He said, yeah, that's not the best back I've seen.
God.
Like that. And I was like, yeah, he like, honestly, we're so brutally honest.
Does he not understand how men are supposed to work when women ask questions like that?
But that has been such a good catalyst for me.
Yeah.
She gave me my exercises. She said, right, once every 2 days you do these, and then you come back and see me in 2 weeks, and I'll give you another set that will add into that program. And so I had sort of like 10 minutes that I did every other day. Then I went back and then she gave me another 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden it was 20 minutes. And that has, because I've been so on it with that, my shoulder is completely fixed, like not even a niggle. I still go and see her now just once a month because she's now sorting out. So I left the tour with a lower back injury, a sublux disc in my lower back, and I've never ever really fully recovered from a back injury. It's always niggled at me my whole life, and obviously then having 2 pregnancies does not help the hips at all. And going to her and getting these exercises and having a program to stick to has been incredible for me. Teaming that up with going back to what I did in 2017, which was keto, carnivore, and things like that. I've just felt so much better. I mean, like my body doesn't ache, my joints aren't, like I haven't got any inflammation. My golf swing feels like, I've got like 2 miles per hour more on my golf swing. I feel like my body is like, it's working as it should. That sort of twist and the tension you're getting, I feel like it's able to cope with that a bit better now. So it's been really exciting. Like the body feels like it's holding up, which is nice.
Yeah, that's good. No, perfect. So the reason I've got you back on again is because we're pals and we chat, right?
Yeah,
I'm sitting a miserable February the 12th, and I'm scrolling through TikTok and Instagram Reels and what's the word? YouTube Shorts were on and stuff. Anyway, here comes a video from our pal Dan, and it's got Road to the Open, and I'm like, oh, what's this all
yeah.
about? This is our the previous videos are building a wee net in our back garden, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is all about, and then I dive a wee bit deeper. So is the original Wild Child coming back to play some professional stroke high level
Uh,
amateur golf? Is that what's happening here?
yeah, when you just think, do you know what, sod it, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Was I a wild child? I mean, I'm glad there were no mobile phones, that's for sure. But I don't know. I am really excited. I feel like I've got my passion back for it. The golf net for me in the back garden just allows me, it pops up in like 10 minutes. It gets taken down in 10 minutes. If I've got like a slow day in the clinic, I pop it up in the morning and know that I can come in and do 40 minutes of like drill work, and like, strike consistency in the net. And so that's really why I got that. And I'm sure we've had this conversation. As a professional, I never got to play in the British Open.
Mm-hmm.
I got into final queue. I missed it by a couple of shots a few times, but never, ever got to play British. And it's definitely something that I feel like I want to do. And as an amateur, like, why not? Like, I'm happy with my job. I love being at home, and I really do enjoy being at home. I have a very satisfied life, and I feel very privileged to be able to sit here and say that. And I feel very lucky that I've also got a husband that is like, oh my God, just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's see where it can go. So I have planned out my diary, my work diary. I changed my work schedule, so now I don't work on a Monday evening at all. So it gives me the full day to be able to practice golf, go to the gym, look after my body, and then the Friday I've got the full day. So the goal of the year, I suppose, is British Open, like pre-qualifying, final qualifying. I've got events. I'm in the Sunningdale Foursomes a week on Monday. So we got into that, and I'm playing the Convoy Scratch, which is a world amateur ranking event, and I think that's Delamere Forest. I think so. It's up north. Then I've got the Welsh Ladies Stroke Play at Aberdover on the Welsh side. I'm just trying to bang it in. Like, I want to get back into just playing tournament golf and feeling like I've got that bite and that edge.
You've got unfinished business. You've got unfinished business with the.
It does
with
feel
the
like
British.
that, but yeah, but it's like when you voice these things, and you'll know, like, I'm going to start a podcast. You're there and you're putting your heart on your sleeve and you're trying something and you want to achieve something and you're passionate about it and you're throwing your all into it. But there's no guarantee that it's going to succeed, or there's no guarantee I'm throwing my heart and soul into this and I'm documenting it and I've let people know that's what I want to try and achieve. And yet there's no guarantee, regardless of how hard you work at it or how good your ideas are, you still might not succeed. And so you are sometimes teeing yourself up for, pardon the pun, for failure.
Yeah.
And as human beings, that's kind of difficult sometimes. We try to protect ourselves from failing. But I think, like you said, I just have a bit of unfinished business with that. I'd love to play for England again, and by if I want these things, I have to go through a certain degree of failure or stepping stones.
Mm-hmm. So how does it work for the qualifying then? So you're saying you've got like first rounds and second rounds. I take it you have to register for these, make a top 5, then that adds you on to the next one and then moves on. So what have you got, like effectively 2 qualifying events before you can get to there? Or
no, actually, I think it's effectively 2. So you get your pre-qualifying, which is normal. I think I spoke to Ali actually tonight about it. I think pre-qualifying is back at Delamere Forest this year, and I want to say it's like June.
Right.
And
have you played there before?
Let's say 108. Pardon?
Have you played there before?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
It's not like a course you're familiar with that you're like, well, I kind of know what I can shoot around there and how I would.
No, I mean, to be fair, and I mean that could be another conversation that we have at another day, diving into stats and understanding shots gained and strategic planning on course planners and overlaying your consistencies and inconsistencies, so you build a strategy around a course that you've not been at. I found that really interesting. I was never interested in that as a pro. My caddy did that for me. I just, like an airhead, like now I think about it. But so yeah, I that's at Delamere. I don't know what the structure of that match is. I think it's just 180, maybe 40 go through.
Okay.
And then that 40 then go to the Monday qualifier at the AIG. And that's done on the Monday. And that is all of your tour players that are in, if they land between top 40 and top 80, so then that's 40 players from LET, they get through to final qualifying, because I always was in that category. And or was it might have been smaller than that, but anyway, they get X amount that are going to go into there. The LPGA get X amount from their tour stats. The Asian tour get that sort of amount, and then the plebs get the rest. And I think I fall into that category. So, which is fine, right? Like, I'm there for it. And no one expects me to do it. And that's what I think I love about it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I go in there, no one knows Danielle Thwaites. They've never heard of this person. Like, this person's not got any golf history whatsoever. And that's quite nice. That is quite nice.
I suppose it takes a bit of the pressure off as well. That you're not having to go in there and be in a somebody. By me saying that, I'm not calling you a nobody, but you know what I mean? Like, you're not going in with.
I know exactly.
Yeah, you're not going in with being like.
I know exactly what you.
Yeah, you're going in there and it's a bit of a fresh start for you, and you've been. So how long have you been out of the game for then?
Competitively, like in terms of playing like national, like competitive national events. 16 years.
Yeah, so it's not like it was just yesterday. So you are going back in, and that is a bit of a under the radar, but clearly knows how to compete in the heat of battle and stuff. So,
I mean, Craig, we're talking that some of these kids that I'll be going up against, they would have been 2 years old when I last played. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I get reminded of that all the time at counties. Like, they're going, "Oh my God, how old are you?" "Oh, I wasn't even born then," like that. And I'm like, "Oh my God, just go away." Yeah. It's like, goodness sake, you're making me feel really old.
Yeah.
And I think I just have to get that out of my head. You look at Justin Rose, he's come back.
Well, exactly.
And he is, it's a game for all. It really is.
Well, you
don't have to be the longest hitter.
No, and I mean, they say it's it is a game for all. Age is just a number. I mean, look at Mickelson won the US Open at not the US Open. What was it? PGA he won at
PGA,
at 50, and all these guys are still competing. You can get the ball off the tee, keep it on the fairway, stick it on the green and make a putt, then you can still play the game, which I suppose is one of these. This is it. It's one of these games in sports that is there's so much longevity with it. You can play it right into your ye olde days. So I'm buzzing to see how far you go. But considering that I know you, like, so I mean, what a story it'll be brilliant. Where is the British this year?
It is at Royal Lytham St Anne's.
All right, okay. You played that before?
Yeah, Royal Lytham.
You played that before?
You know what? I have actually. I've got a story about that. My brother was at home. I was only, what was I, 16 when I last played there. Right. So my brother was at home, and it was the day of the GCSE results, right, back at home. So that's your education board back in England, right? And anyway, I had this golf competition, so my mum's up there with me, dad's down with my brother in Kent, and we were up in Royal Lytham at Liverpool. So I've gone out and played in this event, and I won, right? So I've come into the clubhouse, and my mum, we've got the phone, but like with the massive antenna and everything, and my mum's like, "Your brother's on the phone. He's got your GCSE results." And so I was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Hey, bro, how's things?" And he was like, "Hey, sis, how'd you get on?" And I was like, "You're not going to believe it. I won." And he went, "Good, because your GCSE results are shit." Like that. And I was like, "No, bro, you're kidding." He was like, my brother's a real brain box, right? He is like, he's exceptional. He's not only a really good sportsman, but he's got a really good brain.
Yeah.
I missed that part. And don't get me wrong, I got maths, I got sciences, I got my English, I got my GCSEs that I really needed, A to C's. But my brother had like A's and B's.
Right,
and so when he looked at mine, he was like, "Oh, this is horrible." He was like, "This is not good." But I was actually really pleased with it. So that was the last time I played there.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a bit of a long time ago. You're not going to be able to remember the
yeah
how that one plays. Yep.
I know, exactly.
No,
exactly.
That's good. Like I said, it was when it first came up, and I was like, "Oh, that's really good." I'm buzzing that you're going to try to do it. But as I said, because I know you, so I feel like I'm invested in your journey a bit, and I can watch it and see how it unfolds. And I was telling a couple of the guys that I was going to get a chat with you because you were doing that, and they were like, "Oh, that's great as well." So yeah, you've got kind of
good.
Danny's starting an army up this end. Will be
fantastic. That is what I want to know. Do you know, it's brilliant. I must admit, it's anyone that I've told has been excited for me, and that's really nice. That's special, and to still get a bit of help from Ping is amazing. I mean, I'm just so grateful. I haven't got I've had to pay for golf membership somewhere, but do you know what? I'm actually totally happy because I'm not expected to give something back then.
Yeah.
I can literally turn up, I can play in golf events or not play in golf events. And the golf course that I joined, it's not spectacular, but it's a country club, it's a Marriott country club, so it's not a members club at all.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows anything about me. I'm probably a bit annoying, the fact that I'm out on the course, and but it's fine, and I've got a gym there, and it's fantastic.
What course is it?
I can't complain.
What course is it?
It's Marriott Tudor Park.
All right, okay. I think you've done some. Have you done some videos here before? Didn't you? I think I've seen it on the.
Yeah.
You play with your dad there, did you?
I tend. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I have been a member there on and off since I was 11.
Right. Okay.
And so that whole hotel is like a home from home.
Mm-hmm.
It is not the best course you're ever going to come across, but what is good about it is that you actually still have to think your way. You can't just smash. You have to pick particular lines. There's the greens are quite small as well, and so even though it's not a great course, you can really take positives out of playing that course well.
Yeah. And what's your dad saying about it then?
Oh, my dad, honestly. I mean, never give that guy a mic again. Look, I'm his little girl, aren't I? Still at 42. I'm his little girl.
He must be proud as punch.
He is. Yeah, he loves it. I mean, don't get me wrong, he still takes the absolute mick out of me at every possible turn. And so does my brother. But they're so supportive. I mean, my brother is probably my biggest, like one of my biggest supporters. He just he lives that dream through me.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's brilliant. I have such good support from so many people.
Yeah, no, that's good. It definitely sounds like you've got a definite plan and a definite focus going forward there. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how it plays out. And like I said, I wanted the exclusive on you making a comeback, but I also want the exclusive when we get there and whatever happens. Yeah.
That sounds good. I'd be down for that. I'd be well happy if we've got some great stuff to talk about after, like mid-season, after the season or whatever.
Yeah, no,
it'd be great.
As you know, you've always got a space on here if you want to come back on and talk about kind of how the journey's going. So, are you going to? I take it you're going to document this through, like, are you using YouTube Shorts or TikTok? What's your?
Yeah, I'm a YouTube Shorts person. I came off of social media, rightly or wrongly, in September last year, and I found that it just completely freed me from destructive thoughts. I'm not saying that I think it is detrimental or all detrimental, but for me, I felt like I was wasting my time, wasting my life in front of a screen. And so by taking off Facebook and Instagram, I know that it shortens my reach when I try to do things like YouTube Shorts, but it also means that I'm only concentrating on one platform.
Yeah.
And it's only one thing, and I feel like if I can do one thing well, I'll be happy, rather than have a really good Instagram and a really good Facebook and a really good YouTube. But if I could just do one thing well, that's what I'll try and do.
Yeah.
But it's tough, isn't it?
It's tough. I mean, I know that we kind of text back and forward and last year, and I think when you'd said to me like you'd taken that break before, well, from when you'd taken the break, I thought I'm going to do the same thing. So I went dark, took everything off, stopped with the recording of the podcast, and I took that kind of 6 weeks off over Christmas. Went away to New York with Stacey. We had a good 4 or 5 days away in New York. Had a good Christmas with the family and things. And it did give me, and I banked some interviews for this season, and I've started to put them out just to be a bit more kind of organised. But if I'm honest, I hate the social media side of things. It's so difficult, and I've been to a couple of courses recently where they're like pick one lane and stick to it, and I seem to be getting quite good traction on the YouTube Shorts one, and also that drives people to the YouTube channel where these podcasts go out. So I think I might try and kind of narrow down I like wind down the kind of Instagram side of things, because it's too much, and you're getting lost in the you're getting lost in the shuffle. I'm sure we've spoken about it before. There's far too many good-looking girls out there that I am not, that are getting much more views stuff than me, and I'm like, I've done better content than that, but because I don't look good in a skirt, I'm not I'm not getting anywhere. So
I have the same view. For me, I'm like, no one needs to be looking at that. and the thing is, and I was only saying to John the other day, I mean, look, and I'm not bigging myself up. I feel like I could be quite funny as a female.
Yeah.
Not saying that females aren't funny, because that now sounds bloody awful. But I get in front of the camera, and I'm like, I'm not funny.
Yeah.
This is really cringy. Yeah. Like, and you sit there and you're like, oh no, this is awful. And yet, like, whenever I speak to anyone, they're like, oh my God, Dan, like, you should write a book. You've got hilarious stories. Yeah, I'm just not natural in front of the camera. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
When you try to do it yourself for your content, I'm just not natural. And I don't know whether that will get easier or what, or whether I do silent content. I have no idea.
Yeah. My newest fear at the moment is a bit of the Ricky Bobby syndrome. I don't know what to do with my hands. So I'm talking to my camera and I'm like, I don't know what I should be doing with my hands. Should be doing with my hands here, I know. So I'm now that last one I recorded the other week, I was like, right, guys, and I tried to keep my hands together as much as possible. And it's one of the first things people picked up on. Like, what are you doing with your hands?
Was
I'm like,
it?
I don't know. I just, my hands, I can't, they're just here. Yeah. It's,
You'll have to get one of those like muffs,
yeah.
you know, the things that sit, yeah, like that. Just sit your hands in there.
Yeah.
Just say, it's Scotland. It's really cold. They're just going to sit in here.
Yeah, middle of June, and I'm still having
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Because yes, it's definitely
oh God, it's awful.
definitely a skill. But I think certainly for
Mm.
your one, documenting the journey is really good. Even just for like you guys to look back on in a few years' time, and like Stanley to look
Yeah,
back on and be like, that was my mum that did that, and he's got
yeah,
those videos with you. So I think
yeah.
it definitely has its place, but it's very difficult, and you don't want to distract you from the end goal, which isn't growing followers. It's qualifying and getting to the British.
Flying for the
Yeah,
yeah, that's right.
the other one's just a bit of a. If you get Instagram famous or TikTok famous on the back of it, it's a byproduct of the fact that you've made your goal effectively.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, because let's face it. I mean, this all comes out of our pockets, doesn't it? Doing all of these things. And for me, going to all these other tournaments, I'm taking time out of work. I mean, I'm lucky I've got the camper van. I am camper vanning my way around the country this year, staying in that, playing golf. And so I'm cutting costs in that way. But let's face it, to be able to get a bit of help from someone to, you know, allow me to stay in a hotel, it would be amazing. But also, I also quite like the struggle.
Yeah.
I love that side of it. You know, I like that bare bones stuff. I really do.
Yeah.
So
you're
we'll
like
see. We'll see how it goes.
You're a bit like and please take this as a compliment, right? It's like a bit of a female Tin Cup. You know, if you took that Winnebago when he was that's what the minute you said that, that's what I thought. I was like, she's a female Kevin Costner. She's just going to turn up in her wee camper van and just park at the car park.
Bosh it out, yeah.
Yeah. Here's Royal Lytham and here's Danny's camper van.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll have a little flag out the top.
Yep. I'm here. Yeah. Excuse me, ma'am, would you mind moving that car? Yeah, could you mind moving that car, please? Charlie Hull can't get her private jet parked because you've abandoned your camper van.
Camper.
Yeah. No,
my goodness.
It's going to be good fun, and like I said, I'm looking forward to watching it as you go along, and hopefully the end goal is what the end goal is. I know I'd messaged you the other day. I'm going to have a golf tournament up my place in September, which you are more than welcome to attend. So if the camper van can get this far and you want to bring that British Women's Open Championship trophy with you, that would be,
wow, you never know.
That would be good.
Oh my God, could you imagine it?
I know.
That is a friggin' that is a story that would definitely get traction.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. And I've been off the booze for a good number of months and years. I'm not a big drinker, but if that happens and you bring the trophy up here, we'll definitely fill it, and you'll need to get a taxi home after that. You can't drive the camper van.
Yeah, exactly. I might fly up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're big time. When you're big time.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, that would be incredible, wouldn't it? That would be incredible. So yeah, well, we'll see. But it's in the diary, Craig. It's in the diary, and I'm looking forward to seeing, how that goes. And like I said, I'd love to come up there, team it up with seeing some friends up there as well. So yeah, it'd be good.
No, brilliant. Well, keep in touch. Let me know how you're getting on. Like I said, if there's any
thank you for having me.
No problem. Any interesting developments, give me a shout and we'll get you back on for a chat. All right.
Perfect. All right. Thanks for having me. Thank you. Bye. Bye.